What's up? What are we longing? I love it. I'm getting there, man. Like I said, this is going to be quick. Probably like 30 minutes at best. No, I still feel like crap, but it's just worth streaming about, so we're going to do it. I'm actually going for another COVID test tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know. I can't get in until 10 a.m. But yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I want to get here and talk about this, though, while we could. So you probably see me go to the water a lot. Probably going to sound like shit. It is what it is. I saw this, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it rather than typing it out for the next 10 minutes. I figured we just come to talk about it. So usually my deal is how you guys feeling, how you doing, and I think market sentiment's pretty fucking bad right now. I mean, it's really bad right now, as a matter of fact. But I kind of like where we are here, to be honest with you. It's really bad. We got all this FUD that's going on right now. And this is essentially like, I wouldn't even call this flip down because we keep going back and forth on it, but this is the key area, right? Yeah, Corey, and I'll show you why I have the 8-hour chart. Because I was looking at this and I checked 4, 8, 12 and 4, 8, 12 and daily and 3-day and weekly. Those are my time frames. So looking at this, you go, well, it kind of has the look of a formation where on Bitcoin, you might actually have a divergence. But as we've talked about, and I know I need to go over this again, this area, when you get across over the 1 here, over the 0 line, it's not a divergence. It's not a divergence, okay? When it gets back to the 0 line and goes back down, not a divergence. So it is theoretically possible that maybe we get a little bit more BS in the next couple hours. But I went to the 8-hour and look at this. Look at this. This is so strong, guys. This is so unbelievably strong. You can tell they're running out of steam at the bottom, okay? Those are essentially 2 in a row on the 8-hour. 2 bull dives in a row on the 8-hour. Which is crazy. You don't see it happen very often. And by the way, last time we had it was right here. And it was the bounce from 54 back to 60. Okay? And then we got to the top and rejected back down. Here we are. It happens in the market all the time. All the time. But to have 2 8s on top of each other, that is a valid bull div if we turn up. You can see right here, it's not turning up yet. When it was at the high of this bar, it was close. But this is an 8-hour bar. So the next time that we see this close up, that's a long. That's a long. And check this out. All right, doesn't look that great here. Not great here. Oh? You have a lower time frame reversal div here for Ethereum, which is doing exactly what it should have. Okay? Div popped up. That's what we expect to have happen. We've talked about this numerous times. I've given this example numerous times. That the reversal signal is... What's it called, Akorian? Last time I did this, you were the one that called it out, man. Keep it going. What's that called? He's not here. He had something important he had to do. That's what you expect to have happen with this, is it creates an inverse head and shoulders. This is the same reversal trigger we had last time when I said, and this is called, and you came in with an inverse head and shoulders. So I like this a lot. I love this setup. Left shoulder came in. We got our divergence. Little pop up. Putting in the right shoulder. We have a real. Yes, that's right. The key phrase here being real, Nibbler, because that shit hardly ever happens in crypto Twitter. A real inverse head and shoulders potential reversal. Now, a couple rules here on inverse head and shoulders. If we get a breakdown of the right shoulder, it's going to take the head. And when I say take the head, I mean take the head at the lowest possible point. If we fail here, we're going to go sub 3680, guys. But I think there is a high probability if we continue a little bit of momentum here, you will see the breakout and the reversal on Ethereum. We are right at that point, and it looks pretty damn good to me. Pretty damn good. So take this chart. All right, not much here, but look at this. Look at the 8-hour chart. I got to go back and put this on the right time frame. Sorry. This is going to drive me crazy if I don't do this right now. Just bear with me, guys. I do feel moderately better because I slept for the first time last night in like a week. But Carolina, what's up? Look at this. You can see the battle that's taking place down here. Look at this. You can see the battle down. You can see the battle up. And we're starting to get low time frame reversal signals. Very, very good stuff, guys. Very good stuff. By the way, for those of you who are watching, Highlander just dropped an airdrop on Cosmos just now in Stack Labs. So if you're not in Stack Labs, get in, get your airdrop. Yeah, you and me both, N7. So you see this battle. Doesn't look great. You got selling. You got buying. The 1 hour, I like the reversal. It's our classic inverse head and shoulders reversal. And I think there's a decent chance this is the bottom. So if you take that and then you switch over to Bitcoin and you go, the 1 hour has a decent trigger as well. That's what I was talking about earlier. You actually have the hourly reversal here. And then if we're talking about the real one, this is the reason why I'm excited. This is the reason why I was like, just fucking cowboy up and do the stream. This is the real fucking deal, okay? This is a real fucking deal, so much so that this is the sort of bottom on this sort of a time frame that leads you back to the next high, okay? For that trigger self-sovereign, it's all about the closes. It has nothing to do with the wicks. All about the closes on whatever time frame you're looking at. So I would expect if this ends up going up, you'd probably see something like this and then back up. And you're, again, every time we talk about this thing trying to flip the 50 from resistance to support, okay? Yeah, it should be only close counts, right? So this is the sort of signal that is a complete change in the market. A complete change in the market. Trying to like not sneeze or cough directly in the microphone, so you guys are already bearing with me as it is right now. But yeah, so we need to see a little bit of strength here. Overall, though, you know, we might be front running this signal, but I'll tell you this right now. You don't have to buy now, but keep an eye on this. If you don't have my MACD indicator, get into the Stack Labs chat and DM me. If you get into the Stack Labs chat and you send me a message and say, hey man, I want to get in on the indicator, I will give it to you. But one guy the other day gets in, pings me, and leaves the Stack Labs chat right after I gave him access. Guess who got their access revoked? You better be in there. You better be in there. Yeah, I actually do think it's a trap, Akorian. Yeah, actually, Ethereum has a much easier invalidation. So this move on Bitcoin is a little bit less sure, I'm sure it's going to happen. Like, what would have to happen for this to not trigger in the next couple of days would essentially have to be this, okay? Like, no joke. Would have to be that shit straight down. But I think we'll see it. It's at a place that makes sense from a support perspective, right? If we zoom out, it makes sense that they would try to put it in here. So, you know, do with that what you will. Now, yeah, look, that's why we have the invalidations. The invalidation log on Ethereum, super easy. Super easy. We lose the right shoulder. Like, lose it, really? Get the fuck out. Don't be long. I'm dead serious. This sort of a signal is very easy because you have one long opportunity here, another long opportunity here, and if it closes down and loses the right shoulder, close, get out. This is not one of those deals that you mess around and hope. It may come down and knock you out and reverse higher, but do not mess around with this. Do not mess around with this. Okay? I mean that sincerely. Oh, okay. I don't mind it where it is. Aquarian just made a good point. If it goes and reclaims to 53, we probably have a decent chance of continuation. I agree. So like what we're hoping happens here is we get this trigger. And by the way, if it doesn't close in what's the next? Where's my? Oh, 4 hours. Okay, so we have 4 hours. And 8 minutes. We have 4 hours and 8 minutes until this bar closes. It'd have to close up to activate the signal. If it doesn't happen on the next bar close, it would be theoretically the one after that. So 8 hours after that would put you right in the middle of the Fed meeting. Right? Or at least leading up to it. So yeah, that's what we want. We want to see this sort of a move. And up we go. Okay. I think this will happen. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's going to happen. I think it will happen. But regardless, let me tell you about how you work this if you decide to take this long. Because remember, guys, we don't long anything with impunity. We're not like, yes, this is it. Therefore, I will long and I will never look at my position ever again. Because this stuff fails. It hasn't failed recently. Okay, just to be clear, I use this signal on this time frame. God, excuse me. Right here. I use this signal right here. When we caught a short at 47.50. It's never given that back to where we are now. It was $1,000 short on a 30-minute time frame. So imagine how much this matters on an 8-hour time frame. Okay, quite a bit. But let's walk through what you do if you actually end up longing this signal. This is only active on bar close. It's not active just because you see this bulb light up. It will light up mid-bar. It will light up mid-bar. Okay? So it's only on bar close. I have front run this before. I would advise that you don't. But let's say we get the bar closed. Let's say that we just have a rip roaring end of the day here, which is possible. I mean, the S&P's been getting the shit kicked out of it. It needs a relief rally here, so it's possible. You set your stops right here. And you do not touch that stop, guys. Like, you do not touch it. You don't fuck with it. You don't do anything. That is your stop. If you get knocked out, you say, good game, man. I lost. And you try again later. Do not move your stops. When you move your stops, you lose money. Okay? When you move your stops, you lose money. If we get knocked out down here after this thing longs, it's going to take another bit of time for it to burn off, and then we'll long the next time. You guys have seen me long and get stopped out 2, 3, 4 times in a row. I have no problem doing it. It just goes in the journal. Hey, man, I lost today. I'll try again tomorrow. So Good looking low time frame reversal on Ethereum. Great looking high time frame reversal on BTC. And just for the sake of the conversation, like this is, it was actually better on NQ. Look where it got down to on the NQ. NQ is right into support. NQ is the NASDAQ futures symbol, which if you don't have premium or pay for the data, you can't get this on TradingView, but I do because I trade this sometimes. It's into the heart of support on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is where all the high beta movers are. NASDAQ and the QQQ are what is most correlated to crypto. So you have NASDAQ and QQQ sitting at support. You got the dollar here. You know, it's back up near highs, but we know that's resistance again. So maybe a little move into high, no big deal. ETH BTC sitting at support. Kind of coming back down and testing this area we broke out of. There's just too many things to say, yeah, you know what? This might work here. This might work here. So in my opinion, it is worth the punt if you get the signal. Let me be clear, so I'm going to front run some questions before I get asked. If it doesn't turn up, are you going to long? Fucking no. No. I'm not. I am not. Not on Bitcoin. All right? I am not. So, what are your thoughts? React to me. I need to take a break. Fucking turn off my camera and blow my nose. I'm already long on ETH. Look at that shit. God bless. Yeah, no, I'm already long on ETH. I'm long right here. 37.50. The stop here is below this wick. 37.20. 37.25. If it turns down and knocks me out, you know, that happens. But this sort of action, let me show you. Look at that shit. That is textbook. Give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna spare you looking and hearing me. All right, I'm back. See, look at that. The mute, take off my picture, blow my nose. You guys don't got to hear it. That's how considerate I am of your guys' stomachs. What would your take profit be on the long for BTC? So this has essentially two targets. Target number one is the 50. Okay. And you go, all right, 51.5, that's not great. So essentially if this triggers and we end up coming up and rejecting back down, and like hard rejecting. Hard rejecting down. When you see this hard rejection, get out. So that's scenario one. Scenario two is you get a breakthrough, come down to the opposite side. And that's like pretty much confirming you caught the actual bottom. Yeah, pretty much. Akarian dead on. Like if it came up in hard reacts and you see some major volume and major selling off that, yeah. It kind of is an exit all crypto markets, which is the same deal for Ethereum right now. We're at such a crucial point. It's unbelievable. Okay. We've always said the crucial point is this 39.30 area. We're below it right now. We're below it right now. So I think if that happened to Corian and anybody else who's watching or cares, their rejection would probably happen about the same area that Ethereum would be at 39.30. So if you get a rejection on the 8 hour for Bitcoin off the 50, like we're talking about here, even though you guys can't see it because I draw like I'm a fucking kindergartner, it probably corresponds with 39.30 Ethereum. Maybe a little bit more. And so, yeah, like straight up get out. Straight up get out. But this is the other scenario. You come through, flip it from resistance to support, and that is a very, very, very strong reversal signal. You can see it right here. Okay, had it, broke down, that was losing it, came back up, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. We've allowed it to kind of flatten out a little bit over the past, little bit, and up we go. Not to mention, just to put it out there, Kobe had his cryptic, 5 days till fireworks. I'll see you guys later. I don't look in my heart of hearts. I don't believe that Kobe is a great analyst. I don't. I do not believe that Kobe's a great analyst. Hand to God, I do not. But I do know that motherfucker has forgot more about how crypto acts than I'll ever know. The guy's been watching it for 8 years. And I haven't talked to him directly in a long time, but I've watched what he said about what he expects to happen. Guy's been right, like all along. He's got almost every part of this market right, which is crazy. I'm sorry, like when I have multiple $1 billion like he does, maybe he's not multiple, but certainly over $1 billion. I'm not sure I'm fucking hanging out with that people on crypto Twitter, but do you, Code? Do you? Yeah, I mean, this continues to look better and better. This continues to look better and better. So from this perspective, if you're on this signal, flipping this area from resistance to support be a really good first start. Be a really, really good. Yeah. I mean, the thing about Kobe is it's hard to know when he's serious because he talks shit half the time, and he's just like talking out of his ass a good portion of the time. But you don't really know when he's being serious. God, I look like shit too. I don't look into a mirror often, particularly while I'm sick. I look like I have my ass kicked. I did not get my ass kicked. Yeah, there are heavy bids. Oh, did it? Let me look. Yeah, so exactly. Okay. We still got 4 hours left. Sketchy. We still got 4 hours left. This is not active yet. It's very easy to be like, oh man, I'm going to front run this and I'm going to long now. It'll be a better entry. With my trading strategy, you'll never make more than a couple million. You trade like a pussy. All right. That works. Blue means it's active, right? Now, blue means it's like a continuation of momentum. So white is the changeover from decreasing to increasing momentum. Red is the decreasing. It goes from increasing to decreasing momentum. So essentially, it's a negative switch. Man, he doesn't need to know about me. He can believe whatever he wants, man. Yeah, just so you know, I got into this space, made 7 figures, had it all stolen from me, and built it back in 5 months. So maybe I'm just a big fucking LARP, though, aren't I, guys? Just LARPing my fucking ass off out here. Yeah, so that would be the trigger. That would be the trigger. Look, man, I'm happy to have people come in here and talk shit. I don't care. I didn't ban him. Hey, he can do what he wants. I got no problem people coming in and talking shit. That guy probably is going through a tough time. Maybe his mom won't let him like use the HBO Max anymore or the Netflix login. You never know. Like, he might be going through some tough times. I try to have compassion. So if I click on somebody's name, I can go back and see what they've said all time in the chat. First thing he said was, "You're a paper hand. Should have held. How come you can predict the chart but others can't? You're so good at lines, brah." It's funny. Really good. Really, really good. Yeah, I know. Mild sauce, I agree, bro. Yeah, mom doesn't let him use the login. I remember my first time I traded. The funny part is, you could troll him here like 3-4 months ago when we had no viewers. They probably got away with it too. Now I got a bunch of guys being like, "Fuck you, get out of here." Yeah, so I mean, look, I said I thought the bottom was in. I showed you the signals that it's in. It's looking like it's in. Probably an ADM maxi. Oh, see, you're probably onto something there. No. My ADA, you got to have something wrong with your video, probably got around. And so this guy's coming to troll me. That's pretty good stuff. Oh. Yeah, dude. That's all right. He can do whatever he wants. Yes, Jaspo, that's why we're here. That's why we're here. Jaspo said, "Whoa, bull div 8 hour. It's a big deal." He's an ADA holder. All right. Back off him. He's fine. Whatever. I should have just not acknowledged what he said, and then we could have stayed on topic. Look. The reason why all those memes exist in crypto Twitter is because they're all based on a guy like that. The guy who's like, "No!" Like that fucking guy is that guy. Like, he is that guy. He was the inspiration. There's truth in all of it. Yeah, Matic. Bro, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. One moon? One moon? What's one moon? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even know what one moon is. You get all your profit on one moon. What is one moon? Yeah, I know. Caillou. Oh, he's talking about moon cycles. See, there you go. This guy's a moon cycle trader. That's all we need to know. This fucking guy's a moon cycle trader. I got it. All right. All has been revealed. Guys, honestly, I should get the moon, the fucking moon cycle deal on here, but I don't even know what the indicator is, and I don't want it in my search history. Bobo, thank you for the sub, man. You guys never even left low Earth orbit? By the way, Hidden Branch, thank you, man. Since you started talking, I started getting subs. It's called Moon Cycle. Nibbler, you get out of here, man. I don't need a troll right now. I might have the Rona. A sun cycle? Yeah, dude, what's up with the sun cycle? Give me that. All right. Really quick before my voice completely gives out. Yeah, Solana, I don't love, to be honest. I need to see some strength here. Here's the thing about this. One, is a bit of a wedge. Yeah, I just need to stop looking. The problem is, like, I am perfectly well and able to talk shit. I just shouldn't. So, yeah, I don't like that. We are at this key level, man, that, like, it's always been this bar right here, essentially from like 140 to 160 or so. And so this is my key area here. I would really rather this not fuck up, but it's the key area. I'll put it at yellow because it's not support or resistance, but it's like we got the 50 MA on the 3-day, which means the weekly, you know, isn't that far behind, but you got a bit of a div there. To be honest with you, I don't love what Solana looks like right now. Hopefully. Yeah, Bobo, I did. There you go. So real quick. So the 8-hour div is different. The 8-hour div, essentially, if this activates, which it is not active yet. Are you essentially like, I guarantee you his roll's less than $2 million, bro? Yes, I know he got broken down to $0 in April when he was very publicly hacked. But he's made it $2 million since April. That's not shit, bro. Fuck you. If this turns up and we get the active signal, which could happen in just under 4 hours, the stop loss goes here. So if you're at a long BTC, which if you think there's going to be relative strength, great. The stop on this would be 46,155. There you go. He just got timed out for 10 minutes. Just like I do with my son, Hidden Branch. You're taking away from everybody else. You need to go sit in a dark corner for 10 minutes. I'm not banning you. You just got to go sit somewhere and think about your actions. And go sit in a dark corner and, you know, just wonder about why you're such a piece of shit. Okay? I would say look inward. Maybe your mom and dad didn't like you. But, you know, you got to look inward, bro. You got to look inward. Go sit in the corner. Maybe have a tug. You know, release some of that anxiety. And come on back. Come on back. Get 10 minutes of time out. Think about it. Didn't ban you, though. I've only banned one person, and that was like a spammer. So, if we get this long, the stop goes here. 46,155. On this, the inverse head and shoulders reversal. We're long. We've been long. The long was from here. Technically, the long was from here. If this breaks down on the hourly, if you get a close below here on this wick, we're probably going to take the head, which means the failure, if it fails, will come back down and definitely go to at least here. Okay? And when that happens, you know, you can start looking for other reversals, but you should cut yourself off before then. All right, so I heard Matic asked about. You would think so. Ethereum, in my opinion, should outperform because we're back at support, right? Theoretically, we're coming back down to retest this area. If that's the case, Ethereum should outperform. Yep. Yep. It should. It should, theoretically. It's a good point. Oh, boy, Chester. By the way, Chester Bennington. Makes me sad even reading that, dude. You can't hit me like that. Let me look at Matic, and then I'll look at that, and then I got to get out of here, guys. I don't know how long I can do this. Yeah, it's to close white. That's a white color, yeah. So Matic, I mean, the funny part about this shit, guys, is look where Matic stopped. Yes, of course, it did happen when the Fed was like, we're probably going to have to taper, but look where Matic rejected on the USD pair. Yeah, dude, but I don't even want to see his name. I'm more of like a stick my head in the ground ostrich type. Oh, you changed it to gray, you bastard. Changing my indicator. We can do whatever you want. Yeah, it could be. But the point is, like, a lot of people ask me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I know that's fucking brutal to listen to. Jens, this is my MACD indicator. If you join the Stack Labs Telegram room, which I posted earlier, and message me, I will give you access to it. No, I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. It just makes me sad. What makes me the most sad about Chester Bennington was the video of him the night before with like his kids and stuff. As a dad, that breaks my heart, for real. Breaks my heart. Dude had so much to live for. Is he? That's great. So anyway, my point is, people say all the time, did you hear about this news or that news or whatever? And a lot of times people like conflate or they mix up what comes first, the chart or the news, right? For real. Thanks, Hula Bulu. And I've always said this, and the people that I know that are in equities and futures feel the same way. News is almost always baked into the chart. When news isn't baked into the chart, it looks like March of 2020. It looks like March of 2020 when it's something that comes out of right field. March of 2020. Ordinarily, it's in there. So, like, yes, I like to stay on top of news because it's interesting to me, but it stopped exactly where it should have. Exactly where it should have. Which is pretty wild. It stopped exactly where it should have. So, you know. Matic isn't a terrible play. I just don't, I don't see a ton of reason to own it until macro, like real macro stuff start playing out. The person who asked me about FTT, there was a time where I got like super, super bullish on FTT and I thought like this is super undervalued. If it's an exchange token, if it's like owning part of FTX, and I really wanted it to go higher. At the end of the day, Sam uses this as like his personal money, his personal account where he just prints out new tokens and gives to people as part of his equity deals. So will it go up eventually? Yeah, I just don't want to play that game. So I forget who asked that, but I don't really want to play that game. Link almost down to the absolute lows. Sushi having their savior try to come in and do something for it. Yeah, SRM and... yeah, it's all bad. So yeah, this was the area somebody asked me the other day, like, where do you think I should get involved if I want to get involved in CRO? Yeah, absolutely, man. Again, when I'm not sick, I do a really good job. I just like can barely think today, so I'm gonna do like 2 more and then I'm getting out. But This area is where you want CRO to hold. So as close as you can get to 43, 44 would be great. Anywhere in here, it could reverse. Need some more Matt Damon ads. AVAX, that's actually a good point. Yep, you're right. That's the bottom of this. I've said this a million times, guys. Whenever you get a failure or a breakout of a channel that doesn't hold, which, by the way, it tried to hold right there, and it fails back in, you're going to test the other side every time. Every time. Show me a time that it didn't. I bet you. Yeah, me too, Aquarian. I got to get out of here too. So this looks like it should be a hold. Let's check versus Ethereum. I don't love that area. I don't love this area here. I wish it had a better spot. So hopefully price just holds on AVAX and Ethereum rips, which would bring you back down a little bit further here. So I wouldn't be in a rush necessarily to get into AVAX. This is the shit area, in my opinion. Atom actually has a good look versus Ethereum. I looked at this earlier. And a good spot versus USD or in USD. So Atom, the worst beat of all time. But it is working on its next div. Eventually it's going to happen. You will see this do this. Now, this could also continue doing this, though. Yeah, Atom could turn into a poverty chart, man. Like, no joke. No joke. But you know what? Now that layer 0 is going to be the base layer for transfers for the Cosmoverse, Cosmos isn't going fucking anywhere. I just don't know if it's going to bottom or when it's going to bottom. All right, guys. Anything burning macro from a macro perspective you want to talk about? I just wanted to get this out there because I have a pretty high conviction we're going to see a bottom here very soon. I think we already did for Ethereum, and this is trying to do it. This is trying to do it. Yeah, thanks, guys. I know 40 minutes or whatever, not that long, but it's about all I can handle. I got to go, like, handle myself. How come a Fed meeting? I think he'll probably soften. I think he'll soften a little bit. I think he'll say that they're not going to do anything crazy. They'll reevaluate it. Of course, guys. So keep a lookout. I'll be watching the Fed meeting. I'll be in the chat room tomorrow. So hopefully we get some good news and we can get this thing moving through. Mateo, thank you. Appreciate it, bud. In a lot of ways, Bubbo, yeah, I think it is. So if anything happens, it's just going to be positive. I don't think it's going to be negative. Let me get back to my chart here. Productivity, stream, get the outro. We got a 1 minute countdown. Thanks, Jens. Join the Stacked Labs Telegram if you want access to the indicator. There's nothing unique about it. There's nothing unique about it. It just makes it very simple to comprehend. Yeah, it'd be probably like right there. So yeah, 38.30, that's pretty good. Oh. Whatever you do, don't take ivermectin against COVID. I took a COVID test once. I didn't have it already, but it's been lingering too long. I'm going again tomorrow. All right, be safe out there. Don't move your stops. You'll go poor. Don't move your stops. You'll go poor. I'll see you guys in the chat room.